Hey there, Gavin from Acupuncture Grove. I wanted to do a video to talk about tinnitus and acupuncture. So I've had a few questions recently in the clinic and also over the years, plenty of people asking me whether acupuncture can help with tinnitus. And it's not as simple as saying yes or no. There's a few types of tinnitus that we might see, and so I just wanted to run through a few of those nuances and give you a little bit more information. At the end, I'll also run you through a simple little exercise that might help you out with the tinnitus as well. So let's just dive straight in. All right, so I'm just going to come out and say it to start with. Tinnitus is not an easy thing to treat. And this isn't just for acupuncture, this goes for like all kinds of treatments. I mean, if you're suffering from tinnitus, you've probably done some research, and there's not a lot going around in terms of really reliable results. And part of that has to do with we don't fully understand the mechanism of tinnitus from a biomedical kind of understanding, a physiology kind of understanding. Over the years, I've certainly had my fair share of people coming into the clinic with tinnitus, and there's some types that I've found to be a little bit more responsive to acupuncture than other types. So those types tend to be ones that have more recently come on. They also may fluctuate in intensity or from ear to ear. So when there's that sort of like real changeable kind of pattern, that's something that we can often work with. Also, if it's associated with something, so say it's come on after you've come down with a flu or an infection or something like that, and all of a sudden you've been left with the tinnitus, that's also something that we can potentially help out with. But again, it's best if we can, the sooner we can get onto it, the better chance we are at helping it out. The type that does tend to be difficult is the type that has just been progressively building up over years. It's more in the background, it's a little bit more dull, but it's constant, and it may also be associated with like some hearing loss as well. But yeah, that really long-term chronic kind of tinnitus, that can be difficult to work with. So I'm not saying that it's not worth trying, but if that is the case that you're coming in with, you do want to make sure that you're giving yourself a series of treatments to really see if it can help out. So in those kind of situations when I've worked with people, I mean, with acupuncture, we always need to take you in, like the tinnitus, into the context of you and what's going on for you. So every case is going to be unique and individual, and we need to assess that. So for the more difficult cases, if we can at least sort of reduce the severity or how often you're noticing it or how annoying it is, that can be a big win. So maybe we don't get it gone 100%, but if we can reduce how annoying it is, how frequent it is, that can be a big win. And a lot of that comes down to regulating the nervous system. Our stress response can have a big implication in severity of tinnitus. So that's a big thing that we work with for most cases of tinnitus. The more recent kind of tinnitus cases, especially if it's associated with like sinus congestion or something, or an infection, we really want to look at helping the lymphatic drainage and the sinus drainage and circulation through the head. Some people's tinnitus is also associated with headaches or migraines. In those cases, we've really got to look at what's going on through like the neck and the blood flow into the head and around the ears. There's lots of different things that we can look at and assess. But really, for us to get a good idea if it's something that acupuncture will be helpful for, we really need to like have you come in and do like an assessment, diagnosis, and run through a series of at least a few sessions just to see how you respond, and that'll give me or your practitioner a better idea if it's something that we could help with. So having said all that, I'll give you a little exercise that you can try for yourself at home. So this one is called beating the heavenly drum in Chinese, and it's a traditional like health practice, longevity practice to help with ears and tinnitus and hearing. So all it is you taking your hands and you're cupping them over your ears. You want to, at the back of your head, have your fingers placed at the base of your skull there. And then what you're going to do is flick your fingers over. So your index finger flicking over the middle finger there. And you're just going to drum repeatedly. Now with your ears, your hands properly cupped over your ears. And when you flick, it's going to sound like the beating of a drum. And you can do that 50 to 100 times each time you do it. You should at least do it before you retire in the evening, just because often the evening is when the tinnitus is worse. So doing that in the evening, but you can also do that a couple of times throughout the day to help in the morning and in the evening. So give that exercise a try. If that works for you, that's fantastic. Then that's all you need. Go on your way. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a systematic approach, if you want to see what acupuncture can do for you, then by all means, reach out. Let me know if I can help out. Check out acupuncturegrove.com.au for more information. And also you can book in online there. And yeah, let me know.